Today I'm going to tell you what happens when you're dying and also what happens when you are sleeping. It's just my view because I find it very important that everyone finds their own truth. So just take it as an inspiration. I just kind of tell you how I see it today. And when I work with this subject, and the first thing I want to tell you is that the aura of a person is already gone. So the person has no aura anymore when they are going to die. And this is very interesting because this means something. That means that the soul is already left the body when you are dying. And I think it still depends a bit of how someone is going to die, but just a few seconds before you're really going to die, the soul is already gone. And I think this is why the aura is already removed from the body just a little seconds before the soul of the person that is going to die is been already on the road to heaven. And this is really interesting because this means that when you have like a very heavy traffic accident, or maybe even worse, maybe someone is getting murdered, or someone has made an end on their own life, just really at the end, the soul has left the body. So I think it's be like when someone is like being hit by a car or something. I think it's like, and after that the soul leaves. So you know the moment from, oh, this is going wrong, and then the soul leaves, and then and then the person has no aura anymore. If the person is staying alive, then the soul just stays with the body. So if you, I have a very heavy car accident myself. I have really, no, maybe it wasn't even that heavy, but I was going on a car, not on a bicycle, but I don't know how to say this. I delivered pizzas or something like on a scooter, and I just bing on the front of the car, and I just flew over it and landed on my head and a shoulder. But I'm lucky because I wear a helmet. Sometimes my shoulders hurt a little bit, but I'll be quite okay after this accident. It's more than 20 years ago when I'm making this video. But then the soul was still with me because there was no moment, that in all these moments it was very clear to me that I'm still being alive. But when someone has a car accident and is not alive afterwards, the aura is already gone. That's really a nice thing to know, because you think from, oh, they must be in so much pain when they were going to die. No, they weren't, because the soul has already left. When someone is really sick, it's a bit more difficult, because then I think the soul will be stay a very long time, because I only talk about a few seconds. But also, it's also interesting to think about this, because when the soul, leaves the body also when you are going to sleep. And some people even think that there is like an energetic cord, but I don't believe this, because then, then the soul is like some kind of prisoner, and the soul decides everything of you. The soul decides how long you live. The soul decides, you have a free you can do what you want, and Dutch we call it a free will, but I don't know if it's correct in English. But you have a free way to make your own choices. And this is the soul loves the ego and loves the ego to make choices all the time, but the ego does not choose when someone is going to die. The soul takes the lead in this. I even believe that the soul chooses how you are going to die. And this is because you are here to remember love and to experience love and the opposite of love. This is why you are reincarnate all the time. You go to reincarnation time after time after time, because when you're in heaven, you don't really know what love is, if love is the only thing that you ever have experienced. So that is why you go to Earth. That is why on Earth really are a lot of bad things going on. And then after you being gone, you have been passed away. Then you go to heaven again, and then you going to learn. Oh, now I know what love is, and now I can enjoy love. Because if you only know love, 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 and you don't know the opposite, then you really don't know what it really is. So, this is also why our babies sleeping very much, because the soul, uh, is being like in some kind of prison in your body. The soul can leave us anytime if he or she wants, but then you need to be asleep. If you're asleep, the soul is free, so the soul can do everything the soul wants. But it's also very interesting, because what happens when people are sleeping? Um, Sometimes I work with trance speaking, then I make a connection with a spirit guide or with someone from the deceased. I make the contact, and the contact will get very close to me. And normally when I make a contact, the person stands behind me, and then I say from, oh, I have a farmer here. He has three cows. Do you recognize this? And then they say yes, or they say no. And with this, I can move on and get more evidence, and the evidence must be good. But when I'm in trance speaking, then I won't ask, do you recognize this? Because if I'm going to ask this too much, I will get out of the trance. And in trance, the spirit will come over me, and I speak more and more like the spirit. Even my voice changes sometimes, and I speak more and more like the people who are passed away. So when I am talking about someone, I did this one time. I had really good evidence when I was speaking in trance, and everything was correct. But something was really strange, because the person next to me said, I recognized everything. It was, everything you said I recognized, but the only problem, he is still alive. And I asked immediately, like it came from above, maybe he is asleep. And they were pretty sure that at the time that I make the connection, that he was asleep at that time. So because as a medium, you make the connection to the soul. And this gives me some new information, because this means to me that you also can make the connection. I know that you can give a reading to a person who is alive, of course, but this was a new thing to me, that the person who is sleeping really can come through, like someone from the deceased when the person is sleeping, because the soul is free and it's not so strange. Luckily, most of the times this does not happen. The most of the times it's just the person who you want to speak to, or no, that's not correct. Normally, it's the person from the deceased, the soul from the deceased, who wants to speak to you, because they always choose, and they must really give good evidence. But evidence was good, and the person was still sleeping. And what is interesting also is when my daughter was 5, she's a bit older now, and maybe when you watch this video in 10 years, she will be older again. But when she had the age of 5, then I saw her when I was working in my trance group, because every Tuesday I will be in my, I just do my own training, just let it put on this way. But when I was working on this group, then I go really deep in trance. And when I was going on this way of trance, I just saw my daughter, and it was really interesting, because she was maybe it was fantasy, but I don't think so. I have a big fantasy, I admit, but I don't think this was fantasy. I saw my daughter, and she was at her sleep. She was not in my connection. She was doing her own thing, and this is interesting because I'm in her life when she's not asleep. So I can imagine that when she's go to sleep, that she has got other stuff to do. But I really saw her, and I know she was sleeping at this time. So it was for me with this together. I have two times that I see, oh, people who are asleep, they also can make the connection. Um, and I also want to talk about some kind of illnesses because I or I really need to try my English more. I'm really sorry, but in Dutch we have the word coma. Maybe it's the same, but coma means you are you cannot move. You lay in a hospital. You cannot speak. The only thing you do is it's like you're sleeping days after days after days. You probably know what I mean. You can't get even to the toilet. You cannot eat food. Everything has to be with hospital machines. And it's just like that you sleep or you sleep as sleep. And doctors think I don't know why they think it, but there are a lot of people who think it's good for these people to talk to them, but you don't know if you can hear them. In Dutch, we call it coma, and a lot of people think there are still a lot of mediums. I mean, they know they still can make the connection with those people because they can talk to the soul. Just like I saw my daughter, and I was speaking through a soul sometime when I was really deep in the trance state. When I make this video, I find it really interesting that because I thought, yeah, my daughter is really much in my life, so she does not have to make the connection at this time. But it was interesting that this person who was with me at this moment, he was not in connection. I don't know for sure because I don't know the life completely of this person, but I don't know if this person sees like this person every day and every day. Eh? Maybe they see them one time a week, maybe two, maybe once a month. But that makes it more interesting just to make the connection through a medium when you are sleeping. And it's also interesting because I kind of work all over the world now, so I hope that the people from the keys still are coming and not only the people who are sleeping, because now when I walk over the world, then there are very different sleeping times, of course. Just a little joke. I know I'll be okay with this. But it's interesting, and yeah, it's interesting to think about. And I think also about illnesses that people who have dementia, there also is going to be a possibility to make the connection to, because there can be, it's possible that they have a time in their life that they are not able to talk anymore, or they're not able to make a real deep connection, but the soul can. So it's not strange that they make this connection. And you even can say about dimension, I think it's it depends a bit on how far the dimension is. But if the dimension is really far, like a bit at the end of the life of the person, then it could be even possible that the person is already with 1 foot in heaven. So 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in heaven. So it's not that strange to me. But what will be strange to me is like if there is an energetic cord, so the soul needs to be tied up to the body. I don't think this is true. I think it's just to make something to make people feel safe. That they like from, oh no, but I want to go to sleep, and maybe I don't wake up tomorrow because my soul can be everywhere. So I need this energetic cord. But the soul, if it's the meaning of the soul that you are being alive, then the soul always will come back to you until the day it's the day that you are going to heaven. But I hope you are many years old already. Maybe you're very young, and then I hope you will be getting very old and very healthy and very energetic, and very happy also, of course. Um, but when you think about it, how many times did you sleep and how many times the soul gets back? I think it's more than a couple of thousand times already, depending on your age. But um, I'm not very good at math, but I'm think when you're 10, the soul already or almost well already must be more than 2,000 times been coming back to you. So trust the soul. The soul loves you. Don't be worried about this. But it's also an interesting thing to think about is that people are saying, "Oh, but the soul, because before the soul is in heaven, there must be 4 days, or there must be some people even think 40 days. Uh, yeah, 40 days, and this is not. I don't believe this." Because the medium, there are a lot of mediums who make the connection with a person who passed away before they, yeah, before the 40 days were over, and there are even, yeah, like Gordon Hickson, a very good medium from England. A famous story of him is that his mother was with a medium and already heard that the person was passed away when the medium was talking to her, and she says from, "Oh no, that's not possible. I'm just coming from this person." The medium says, "I'm really really sorry, but in this conversation the person has passed away." And Gordon Hickes's mother just went back to the house where she came from, and what the medium say was correct. But she also said that this Gordon Hickson will be remembered at least 100 years after he's being gone, because of his work as a medium. And this was really interesting because I think Gordon Hickson has passed away in 1993. And he is still, for many people, a big inspiration. So I, by myself, I hope, but I'm not sure what ways everything in mediumship goes. But I hope that he will be remembered at least for 1,000 years, because I think he's a great inspiration to all the mediums all the world around. All around the world, I mean, sorry. But so this means that there wasn't even, yeah, maybe not even a second before the person was in heaven, because we make the connection through the other world. What's also very interesting is some people are worried because they think, "Oh yeah, but I'm old now and my mother is already gone this many years." But this also doesn't matter. There always can be the connection for you, but when you are going to to the spirit world, then you will see that immediately you can make the connection through our world if you want to. And I believe when you're going to walk through your life, and maybe for you as a soul it takes a very long time when you are walking through this through your life and looking back at everything, because you like this and you find this beautiful to see, and it gives you, you will be more aware of things you have done, and maybe some things even you regret because you don't know that you were hurting people with this, but you just didn't know, or maybe you did not know that you give so much love to so many people, and it gives you a lot of joy to see, to remember this. But then you're going to heaven, and in your experience as a soul, this can take a quite of a time. But time doesn't really exist in heaven, because everything comes at the same time, at all the time. And this is, so time does not exist there. And this is interesting, because for the soul it can take quite some time. But it's maybe not even a second that they are in this place, and then they are in heaven. and then they be guided there in heaven. Everyone goes to heaven. Doesn't matter how they have lived. I believe in karma, but karma comes in life. Karma does not come after life. Okay, having said that, I'm really thinking about that I have said everything. I think I have. And I think it's very important for you to know all these kind of things. And oh yeah, but also very interesting. I want to talk about heaven a bit. You can say it as the afterlife. You can say it as heaven. It does not really matter. You can choose your own words with this. But what I do want to say is that you choose your own heaven. So, like, if you are, if you believe that hell does exist, then you will be there till you think about something else. But it won't be the hell like who everyone thinks hell is, because it's be the hell like who you think who hell is. So maybe there's a lot of fire, and then you think from, oh, I don't want to be here, and then you are going to be somewhere else. Maybe then you're in a place where you think, oh, I don't want to be here, but then you think about something happy, and then you will be at this happy place. It's also very interesting you have your ego is free in this life, but what's really interesting is that to create things on earth, if it connects with the way your soul wants to live, you can create really a lot of the same things. But for humans, it's almost impossible, because how difficult is it to think like from, I'm gonna be one of the best mediums of the world. It's also not a good way to say it, because then you let your ego talk. A way better way to say it, I'm thankful so much, like affirmation, that I'm going to be a really good medium. No, that's possible if this is the way you want it. But to really work with this in an energetic way, you cannot remove this thought. So when you have a bad day as a medium, it's gonna be hard to think from, I'm gonna be a really good medium. But maybe you have a bad day as a medium, and there are no bad days, because I think you only have been growing. When your mediumship is not going as well as it used to be, then I'm almost sure that you're learning something new. You will going to get better and better, and this is why you maybe think that you have a bad day, but even maybe you even have not a bad day, but bad weeks, maybe even bad months, and then it will be so hard to think like, I am thankful so much that I'm going to be a good medium of that. Don't put it in the future also, that I are a really good medium. It's a better way to say it. I know that I am a very good medium, and I'm thankful for it. This is a good way to say it, but when you have a couple of bad months, of bad weeks, then you think, oh, maybe it's not for me, and then the energetic thing is just moving away. And this is difficulty about time, and in heaven is no time. So there where you think from, oh, I like to be in a bar with my friends, and you are in a bar with my friends. Oh, the forest will also be nice, and you will be out of the bar, and you'll be in the forest. And then maybe you even think from, oh, what really would be nice, a bar with my friends in the forest. And then you have a bar with your friends in the forest, because everything is possible. And so does life also works, but it's hard to because you have time. You won't get your evidence on earth of your thoughts are going to show you the way what you like to be, and in heaven it will be like this way. I think it's even not like this way, because there's some last thing I need to tell you. That is that when you are going to be a spirit, everything will change. You have no limits. I think if you want to play the guitar over there, you can play guitar. You can even go to a really big stage and have a really great concert if you want this, because you can create it like you want. But I've also learned from the kites, just not so long ago. It's January 2006. I think it's like summer, maybe autumn, that they teach me this. But they told me, did I say it's 25? It's 26. I'm sorry. But they told me that they like, the closest thing that they can tell me is like they experience everything in an aura. In een aura, zeg maar. So they see in an aura, they feel in an aura, they hear in an aura, they smell in an aura, they taste in an aura, they think in an aura. And for us, this is quite difficult, I guess, because we only see the aura. And maybe we can feel the aura. We can feel the aura also, but I never try to smell the aura. And maybe they even have more sentences than we have, or maybe they have less, but I think they even have more. But for them, it's very difficult to make a picture for you as a medium, because they need to change the aura to make a real picture. But they just are like energetic, so they need to build it energetic, and this is why they also need to have the like the yeses from the yeses are from the client are also very important for the deceased, for the souls who wants to make the connection, because if they're trying to show. I come back to the farmer. They show me a farmer and they show me 3 cows. Then they say from no, I don't recognize this. Then the spirit knows from, oh, I need to give him something extra in this picture because the medium does not understand what I mean. And then maybe you see from, oh, there are way more cows, but these cows have 3 other cows. And it will be at another place. And maybe as a medium, I know how mediumship works. Dus maybe you won't be able to see it good enough, or maybe you don't know a lot about farm animals. But then you maybe even see from, oh, they will be apart because they're not cows, they are the bulls. They are the men's, and the cows are the women's. So because they are the bulls, they will be standing in another place on the farm. And when you say then as a medium from, okay, I have 3 cows over here, and I don't know, it's too much to count, but there are like 24, maybe 40, I don't know, there are way more, but there are 3 over there. And then the person knows some, oh, yeah, you're correct, but that's not cows, that are the bulls. And then the spirit knows from, okay, now I have made the information correct. But they don't see as us, so it will be very hard for them also. And this is why it is so important to sit in the power. Like the video you can watch where I explain you to make the connection with your spirit guide or with the people who are passed away. And it can be really good for you. It's free on YouTube. It will help you to make your spirituality grow. And it will make the spirit world way easier because you make your energetic way more on their level. Their level is not better, they're equal, but you make it way more on their level, where the connection will be made easier for you. I hope this video gives you good inspiration. Maybe you see already when you watch this video the link of the mediumship training I give if you want to be a medium yourself. But you can also write in on the link on this video where I give you the possibility to join our mail, and I will give you really good inspiration 3 times a week. At least I try to do this. I wish you a very lovely day. And just try to feel how what do you think about when people are going to die, what they are going to experience after they're dead.